In continuation to previous lecture on chemistry of six-membered heterocycle, today I am going to discuss synthesis, reactivity, aromatic character and importance of pyrimidine. Before that, we need to know about diazine because pyrimidine will come under this class of compound. So hence we need to know what are diazines. So diazines are the six-membered heterocyclic compounds derived from benzene by replacement of 2 CH group by 2 nitrogen atoms. As we know, replacement of 1 CH group by 1 nitrogen will lead to the formation of pyridine. Once the pyridine is formed, one question arises in mind where to place the second nitrogen. Because in diazine, we need to replace 2 CH group by 2 nitrogen. So the question is now where to place the second nitrogen. So since pyridine has 3 positions available for the replacement of CH group, that is, can replace CH group at second position, or you can replace the CH group at third position, or you can replace CH group at fourth position. So depending upon this replacement, there are 3 isomeric forms are possible, that is 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. So these 3 isomeric forms are collectively called as diazines. So based on this position of nitrogen, we will have 3 isomeric forms and they are collectively called as the diazines. And the name given for these isomers in different nomenclature as follows. If you come for the name given under common name nomenclature, for 1,2 isomer is pyridazine, for 1,3 isomer is pyrimidine, and for 1,4 isomer is pyrazine. So if you come for the nomenclature given by replacement method is 1,2-diazobenzene for 1,2 isomer, 1,3-diazobenzene for 1,3 isomer, and 1,4-diazobenzene for 1,4 isomer. And third nomenclature, that is Hans-Weidmann nomenclature, the name given for 1,2 isomer is 1,2-diazine or orthodiazine. For 1,3 isomer, the name given is 1,3-diazine or metadiazine. For 1,4 isomer, the name given is 1,4-diazine or paradiazine. It is just similar to pyridine. Pyridine, the name what we have obtained from Hans-Weidmann nomenclature is azine. So for that azine, we have just included the position of second nitrogen as well as Greek prefix, that is di, means there are 2 nitrogens are present in diazine. And if you come for the aromatic property and if you come for the aromatic property of diazines, and these diazine compounds belong to category of pi deficient ring system, means due to electronegativity as well as electron withdrawing nature of this nitrogen, the ring will become deficient and it will belongs to the category of diazine compounds belong to the category of pi deficient ring system similar to pyridine. Because of electron withdrawing nature and electronegativity of nitrogen, the ring will become deficient in electron. Electron density will be deficit. So hence diazines belong to the category of pi deficient ring system, which is similar to pyridine. Diazines are aromatic in nature, and whatever the lone pair present on the sp2 hybridized nitrogen are not involved in the aromatic sextet. And if you come for the basic properties of diazine, diazines are weaker bases compared to pyridine due to inductive and electron withdrawing effect of second nitrogen atom. So if you compare the basic character with pyridine, pyridine is also weak base. Compared to pyridine, this diazine is also weaker bases. And if you compare the pKa value, pyridine is having 5.2, whereas 1,2 isomer, that is pyridazine, is having pKa value of 2.3, and pyrimidine, the pKa value is 1.3, and pyrazine is least with pKa value of 0.6. So based on these properties, among the three diazines, pyrimidine is the most important diazine compound because it is widely distributed in nature, and compared to these two, this pyrimidine is quite stable. So here onwards, I am going to discuss the synthetic properties and reactions of pyrimidine heterocycle. So now we see why pyrimidine is important is because pyrimidine ring system has wide occurrence in nature as substituted and fused compound, which includes nucleic acid and thiamine. It is also called vitamin B1. So if you see vitamin B1 and nucleic acid, nucleotides, it is composed of this pyrimidine ring. So here the pyrimidine ring is fused. If you see in vitamin B1, so pyrimidine ring is substituted. It is not fused, but it is substituted. So because of wide occurrence of this pyrimidine ring in nature, so this pyrimidine ring is very important heterocycle. And pyrimidine ring, it has symmetry along C2 and C5. Hence C4 and C6 as well as N1 and N3 are equivalent to each other. So if you look at simple pyridine ring system, so there will be plane of symmetry is present along C2 and C5. So therefore the carbon atom C4 and C6 and the nitrogen atom 1 and 3, they are equivalent. So if you do any reaction at these two, they will behave equivalent to each other, but these carbon second and carbon fifth, they are non-equivalent. And if you come for the resonance contributor of pyrimidine ring, so from each nitrogen there are 3 resonance contributing structures are possible. So if you see from nitrogen 1, so these are the 3 contributing resonance contributing structures possible for this pyrimidine, and for nitrogen which is present at third position, so these are the resonance contributors possible. And if you look at the resonance contributors, the positive charge will be placed on the second, fourth and sixth position of carbon. So this is second carbon, this is fourth, and this is sixth carbon. So if in the case of nitrogen labeled with nitrogen present at third position, this is second carbon, this is fourth carbon, and this is the sixth carbon. So where the positive charge will be placed. And if you want, if you see the synthesis, so pyrimidine ring is synthesized through acid or base catalyzed condensation reaction of 1,3-dicarbonyl compounds with amidines or guanidines, which will yield pyrimidine derivatives, and it is a well-known reaction, that is Pinner pyrimidine synthesis. So it is an acid or base catalyzed condensation reaction of 1,3-dicarbonyl compound with amidines or guanidines. So it is going to give pyrimidine derivatives, and this reaction is known as Pinner pyrimidine synthesis. So this is 1, 2, 3, 1,3 dicarbonyl compound. So upon reaction with amidine or guanidine derivative in presence of base, here I have given the reaction in presence of base catalyzed reaction. So presence of base, it is going to form a tri-substituted pyrimidine derivative. So how this reaction is going to takes place is shown in the mechanism. So first step is nucleophilic addition to carbonyl compound. Then after nucleophilic addition, it is going to lose one molecule of water and it is going to form imine derivative. So this imine derivative will undergo rearrangement. So whatever the hydrogen present here, it is alpha to the carbonyl as well as imine substituent. So hence it will behave like acidic hydrogen. So this will be get abstracted from the imine nitrogen. So why this hydrogen will be abstracted and why it is going to undergo rearrangement here is because here if it undergoes rearrangement there will be extension of the conjugation, but if it goes in this direction there will be cut off, there will be lesser conjugation, hence this proton will be easily get abstracted by this imine nitrogen and it is going to form react with, once again this intermediate will react with the carbonyl compound and there will be loss of water molecule. So finally it is going to form tri-substituted pyrimidine. So this is the mechanism of Pinner pyrimidine synthesis. So it is a simple nucleophilic addition followed by condensation reaction. So it is finally it is going to lead to the formation of tri-substituted pyrimidine. So by applying Pinner's procedure, variety of pyrimidine compounds can be prepared from different 1,3-dicarbonyl starting materials like acetylacetone and ethyl acetoacetate. So whatever the starting material you are going to take, if the starting material is changed, then so whatever the pyrimidine derivative you are going to get, it will be different. So if the starting material is taken, if the starting material is acetylacetone, it reacts with the acetamidine hydrochloride in presence of potassium carbonate. It is going to lead to the formation of 2,4,6 trimethyl pyrimidines. So instead of acetylacetone, if you take ethyl acetoacetate and upon reaction with acetamidine hydrochloride in presence of NaOH, it is going to form 2,6-dimethyl 4-hydroxy-pyrimidine. So these are the synthetic utilities of Pinner procedure. So here we are going to take 1,3-dicarbonyl. So here also 1,3-dicarbonyl. But here it is acetylacetone, here it is ethyl acetate. So whatever the product you are going to get, it is pyrimidine but with different substituents. And other variation of this Pinner is, if the starting material is completely replaced with enol ethers, instead of 1,3-dicarbonyl compound, if you use enol ether, then it is going to form 2-dimethyl 6-hydroxy 5-nitrile pyrimidine will be formed. So this is also Pinner pyrimidine synthesis, but the starting material is here, it is enol ether, it is not 1,3-dicarbonyl compound. So hence Pinner pyrimidine synthesis is of wide application because it is having synthetic utility. You can prepare different varieties of pyrimidine derivative. So other method of preparation or synthesis of pyrimidine is, one more method is, but here we are going to get unsubstituted pyrimidine. So if one wants unsubstituted pyrimidine, then how we can prepare unsubstituted pyrimidine is by condensation reaction of malonic ester with urea in presence of base yields barbituric acid, which tautomerizes to trihydroxy form, and finally the trihydroxy form on reaction with POCl3 followed by refluxing with hot water and zinc dust yield unsubstituted pyrimidine. So here it is an 1,3-dicarbonyl compound. Instead of acetamidine, here urea has been taken and it will undergo base catalyzed a pinner type of reaction, and it is going to form barbituric acid. And this barbituric acid, it will tautomerize to form trihydroxy pyrimidine derivative. So this trihydroxy pyrimidine derivative, upon reaction with phosphorus oxy trichloride, it is going to form 2,4,6 trichloropyrimidine. So this 2,4,6 trichloropyrimidine will undergo reduction reaction in presence of zinc dust and hot water to give unsubstituted pyrimidine derivative. So this is the method where you can prepare unsubstituted pyrimidine by 1,3-dicarbonyl reaction. So this is also very important method of preparation of pyrimidine. So if we come for other method of preparation of pyrimidine is, you can prepare two substituted pyrimidines by condensation followed by cyclization of carboxylic acid with 1,3-diaminopropane, and subsequent dehydrogenation in presence of catalyst gives two substituted pyrimidines. So this is this method is somewhat restricted method, because here carboxylic acid and 1,3-diaminopropane is required for this formation of this intermediate. This intermediate, upon dehydrogenation, it is going to form two substituted pyrimidine. So hence these reactions are somewhat restricted for particular substrate. And there is one more method where you can prepare pyrimidine is base facilitated trimerization of alkane nitriles with free methylene group adjacent to cyano group results in the formation of pyrimidine 4-amine derivatives. So alkane nitriles with methylene group adjacent to CN will undergo base catalyzed trimerization reaction to form pyrimidine 4-amino derivatives. So this is the other useful method for the preparation of pyrimidine derivatives. So these are the important methods for preparation of pyrimidine derivative. Among these methods, pinner pyrimidine synthesis is very important, because it is having wide variety of synthetic application. So if you come for the reactions of pyrimidine, pyrimidine undergoes reaction at nitrogen as well as at carbon similar to pyridine. And electrophilic addition reaction like protonation alkylation occurs at ring nitrogen, and electrophilic substitution reaction are less facile because of decreased basicity, and under favorable conditions reaction will occur at 5th position. And one more reaction is nucleophilic substitution will takes place at 2nd, 4th or 6th position. So these are the important reactions which we can see from pyrimidine. So that is electrophilic addition, it will take place at nitrogen, and remaining electrophilic substitution reaction and nucleophilic substitution reaction will be encountered at ring carbon. So if we see the reactions at nitrogen, electrophilic addition at nitrogen. So whatever the lone pair of electron present on the ring nitrogen undergoes electrophilic addition reaction with electrophile only at one nitrogen. So under drastic condition, both the nitrogen will undergo electrophilic addition, and this electrophilic addition results in the formation of pyrimidinium salt. So whatever the pyrimidine, whenever it encounters an electrophile, it will undergo electrophilic addition at nitrogen, and it is going to form pyrimidinium salt. And this pyrimidine and pyrimidinium salt, they are aromatic, since this whatever the lone pair, it is not involved in the aromatic sextate, and it is both are going to be aromatic character will be retained for the both region. So here in the case of protonation, if mild acid is used, it is going to give monoquaternary salt. So if there is any presence of strong acid is used, then it is going to form diquaternary salt. Pyrimidine reacts with alkyl halide to give monoquaternary salt less readily compared to pyridine. So if you compare the reactivity of pyrimidine, it is less reactive compared to pyridine. Why? Because it is already stated, because of presence of extra nitrogen, it is going to decrease the basicity. So basicity is decreased means then its electrophilic character will decrease, and its reactivity towards particular electrophile also decreases, and there will be formation of monoquaternary salt. So if one wants to do dialkylation, or if one wants to do the electrophilic addition at both the nitrogen, then it cannot be achieved with simple alkyl halide, but however it is possible with more reactive trialkoxonium tetrafluoroborate. So this trialkoxonium tetrafluoroborate converts pyrimidine to diquaternary salt. So here the reaction is given. So pyrimidine on reaction with simple alkyl iodide. So this reaction will take place at room temperature, and it is going to form monoquaternary salt. So whereas if one wants to do dialkylation at both the nitrogen, then this simple alkyl halide will not work. So for that one, trialkoxonium tetrafluoroborates, which are more reactive compared to methyl halide, and the reaction will be done at reflux temperature. So if you maintain drastic temperature, then only it is possible to do, or then only it is possible to do dialkylation or diprotonation. In case of diprotonation, you need to use strong base. In case of dialkylation, you need to use more reactive alkyl halides, or more reactive reagent has to be added in order to form the quaternary salt or pyrimidinium salt of pyridine. Next is reactions at carbon. So reactions at carbon, the carbon will undergo electrophilic substitution. So this electrophilic substitution of pyrimidine is very difficult. Hence, pyrimidines are bad at undergoing electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction. But under favorable condition, this pyrimidine ring reacts with electrophile only at 5th position. So these are the resonance form already we have discussed at the beginning. So two nitrogens are involved in the resonance, and it is going to have 6 resonance contributors. So if you see the 6 resonance contributors, the position 5th has no positive charge, hence it has some electron density. If you look at the 5th position, there won't be any positive charge formation. So hence it will have some electron density. So there is possibility of undergoing electrophilic substitution reaction at this position. But already we have stated this pyrimidine is bad at undergoing electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction, but under favorable condition. So which is the favorable condition is if there is a presence of activating group on the pyrimidine ring, then what this activating group like alkyl OH methoxy or NH2, if such activating groups are present on the pyrimidine ring, what they are going to do is those groups will increase the basicity. So if basicity is increases means then it is going to assist in electrophilic substitution reaction at fifth position. So this is the favorable condition for electrophilic substitution reaction of pyrimidine. If pyrimidine has to undergo electrophilic substitution reaction and it will undergo only at fifth position is in presence of activating group. So without this activating group, pyrimidine will not undergo electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction. So if these activating groups are present, then pyrimidine will undergo electrophilic substitution reaction at fifth position. So these are the example of electrophilic substitution reaction on pyrimidine ring, like nitration. So pyrimidine with alkyl substituent, this is going to act as activating group and it is going to do electrophilic substitution reaction at fifth position. And at the same time, halogenation and azocoupling are the examples of electrophilic substitution reaction at fifth position in presence of activating group on the pyrimidine ring. Next is nucleophilic substitution reactions. So pyrimidine undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction easily at 2, 4, 6 position. So nucleophilic substitution reaction of hydrogen next to nitrogen requires oxidation of resulting dihydro product to get pyrimidine. So pyrimidine will undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction at 2, 4, 6 positions on the pyrimidine ring. Why? Because there will be formation of positive charge at 2, 4, 6 position. So hence it is going to act as electrophilic center. So where nucleophile will come and attack. So but nucleophilic substitution reaction of hydrogen next to nitrogen requires oxidation of resulting dihydro product. Suppose if you take pyrimidine, if it is attacked by nucleophile, it is going to form dihydro product, and this dihydro product has to be oxidized in order to get pyrimidine ring. So this is the condition for nucleophilic substitution reaction at 2, 4, 6th position. Here is the example for the nucleophilic substitution reaction on pyrimidine ring. So pyrimidine on reaction with organolithium or organomagnesium compound, so it is going to form 4-phenyl 1,6-dihydropyrimidine. So this 4-methyl 1,6-dihydropyrimidine upon oxidation will give 4-phenyl pyrimidine. So this is nucleophilic substitution reaction of pyrimidine. And one thing you need to remember is nucleophilic substitution of pyrimidines are very susceptible to nucleophilic addition. Means they will undergo easy decomposition. Means instead of undergoing substitution, there may be chance of addition of the nucleophile, and further it will assist in the decomposition of this pyrimidine ring. So the example is pyrimidine convert into pyrazole by reaction with hot hydrazine. On reaction with hydrazine at 130 degree centigrade, it is going to form nucleophilic substituted product, that is 1,2-dihydro product. But this 1,2-dihydro product will undergo ring opening reaction. So after ring opening reaction followed by a ring contraction, it is going to form pyrazole. So this care has to be taken while carrying out nucleophilic substitution reaction of pyrimidine, because they are susceptible for nucleophilic addition. So these are the important reactions of pyrimidine, like electrophilic addition at nitrogen, and electrophilic substitution and nucleophilic substitution at carbon. Thank you.